Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to introduce our next guest speaker. Shri P.S. Suresh is a top management professional with over 35 years of experience in various areas such as sales and marketing, business development, product management, training and development, global sourcing, and procurement. He started his career as a medical representative and progressed to the level of a CEO of a mid-sized pharma company. Excellent communication skills, strategic thinker, and a people-oriented leader, very passionate and seasoned trainer are some of the hallmarks of his personality. He has served in leading organizations such as Sandoz, Glaxo, Orchid Chemicals and Pharma, Duckworth Flavors, Hospira, Pfizer at very senior management level positions. He possesses a very unique experience of having been at both ends of the table as a marketing head and also as a procurement head, thus providing diverse perspectives on management and behavioral sciences. He trains corporates on various topics from effective communication skills, team building and nurturing, decision making, sales effectiveness and management, negotiation skills, creativity and innovation, change management, customer relationships, leadership. The modules are customized to address customer-specific requirements and are highly interactive and participative. He is a certified creativity, innovation and change management professional certified by the Open University Business School, London. He was a visiting faculty with MatexNet, a franchisee of Charter Institute of Procurement and Supply, London, taking sessions on commercial negotiation, supplier relationships and ethical sourcing. He is also an active member of the Rotary International and he was a past president of Rotary Club of Madras West. Now let's listen to our distinguished speaker. Sir, please.
What do you understand from that? Why did I choose the title of Success Beyond Medicine? What do you understand by that? Anybody, any thoughts? What do you understand when I say success beyond medicine?
Practice, discipline towards some studies, profession, skills.
Discipline towards your profession, would you like to say something? Let's make this a free-flowing session. I can guarantee you no thought, no idea is wrong or no idea is right. Because each one of us are entitled to our own perspectives. Right? So you are free to express whatever you want. And it will never be considered as wrong and it will also be not considered as right. Okay? So feel free when I ask you to express yourself, take this as an opportunity and express yourself. Okay? So when I say success beyond medicine, you realize that there is something beyond medicine that you need to do to be more successful? That does strike you? Or doing medicine, completing medicine is successful for me? Is it confusing what I am saying? No? You are all clear? So, you're doing your medicine is only a platform to become successful. Medicine alone is not your success. It is you're creating a platform for you to become successful. Okay? So, to understand this slightly better, it is easier we can understand through examples, right? Live examples. So, can you tell me the most successful person whom you admire? Any one person. From any field. Any person. Anybody would like to take? Any one name? Yeah.
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli, one name. Okay. Anybody from this side? Yes.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay, let's go with these two examples. Why you think Virat Kohli is successful?
He did so much in Indian cricket team, so and most importantly, I am a big fan of him.
You are a fan of him. Okay, good. So only one reason for him to be successful is scored runs. Overall, okay. Why Elon Musk is successful? So you must have some reasons, right? When you say somebody is successful.
He's good, very good at making money.
Very good in making money. Okay, money is successful for her. Can you not think anything else beyond that? What happens here is, we think somebody is successful without really knowing what makes them successful. Am I right? You think money is alone successful in life? There are many people who have made money and still continue to make money. You have not named them. Okay? And Virat Kohli, as you said, is your fan. Okay, I do understand, so you like him. But there are many people who are still making runs. Maybe more than Virat Kohli also. Aren't they successful? They are, right? So when you look at somebody being successful, look at something or some characteristics in the person which makes them successful. Okay? Like as she was saying, discipline in the profession, focusing on the profession. These are all skills, these are all which are values which add on to your being successful. Now I'm going to ask you a simple question. When I asked you to name somebody who's successful, why did you not name your parents? Tell me some reason. No, there has to be some reason. If you have not named your parents, there has to be some reason, right? You don't consider them successful.
They are successful.
Yes?
Yes.
What qualities in your parents you feel have made them successful?
Discipline.
What? Tell me one quality. You say my parents.
Consistency.
Consistency in what?
And going day-to-day work and hard work.
Okay, so you're doing the work very diligently. Okay, that is one skill you are saying. Yes. What do you think? You have not named your parents as being successful. Any reason? Look at any reason, right?
No, I think my parents are successful.
Everybody should do that, not me.
I think my parents are successful in their life.
Correct. What made them successful? Why did you not name them?
I thought everyone should know about that person, no?
Okay, so you mean to say a successful person needs to have a following. That's what you're trying to say? Okay. Why not your professors? Why not your professors? Are your professors successful? I know some hands may go up, some hands may not go up. Right? So what I'm trying to say is, you tend to relate success with fame, with following. Need not be. Success is always relative to what impact I can create even to one person. If I'm able to create a very positive impact and contribute to the growth of that person in any which way, I am successful as a person. Do you agree? That's how your parents are successful. That's how your professors are successful. Phenomenal impact the professors are creating on you, right? Agreed? Phenomenal impact your parents are also creating on you by imparting their values, by imparting the culture, by doing whatever you want and whatever you need in time. Right? So when we look at successful, I don't want you to get overawed by saying, I need to do something very big to be successful. No, take small steps. So if you are in the fourth year and if you can teach a third year student and then make them do better, you are a successful person. Right? So when I say success beyond medicine, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to be successful, your domain knowledge alone is not sufficient. How many of you agree? Your domain knowledge will make you good. Your other skills will make you successful. Good is different from being successful. Good is when I am good at my job, and I am good at when I know the job thoroughly, when I have all the knowledge to do whatever is expected out of me. Successful is when I extend that knowledge, when I extend that information to make others feel better, to make others do better. That is when I start achieving success. Right? So with this as a background, we'll just try to understand what are some of the success skills. Now, I'm trying to relate these skills only to your profession. Because when you talk about success skills, there are a number of success skills. I've identified only a few, which I thought will be relating to your profession, basically. By the way, how many of you feel that you are in business? Or once you complete your doctorate, you are going to be in business? Are you in business or are you not in business? Yes or no? No? I think I don't get a convincing answer except one or two people. Let's understand the reality of today is a doctor's profession is a business. It is no more meant to be only service as it used to be 20, 30 years back. Today it's a business. Let's accept it. That's a reality. And you need to be good. You need to be successful in your business. All of you want to be successful in your business? Right? So you have that thought process that you are not here going to work for somebody for free. You have your business, you got to take care of your business, you got to take care of yourself, so you need all those skills for you to be successful in business. So when I say that you are in business, obviously you need business skills, right? Again, business doesn't mean only making money. Making money is one part of the business, I do agree, but that is not the only reason for one to be in business, right? So I am doing all these things with a clear idea that all of you are in business, all of you need business skills, right? So get over this thought of saying that I'm here to do service. I'm here to help others. All these things are fine. You can do it only after you take care of yourself, after you take care of your business. You are not here to do free something for somebody because somebody asks you for it. So have that clarity in mind when you step out after your graduation. Okay? So the first I say is effective communication, empathy, leadership, your attitude or your approach to the job which you are going to take. Be ethical, have humility. Let's look at it one by one quickly. Yeah, first one. Madam, next one. Okay, I'm talking about effective communication. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. How many of you agree with this statement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe about 50% of the room. The other 50% doesn't seem to agree. You agreed or you didn't agree? You agreed. You? You didn't agree. Why you didn't agree?
I agreed. I agree with you.
Okay. Anybody who differs from the statement about you?
I agree with
You also agree. Okay, when I take the mic, everybody seems to agree with it.
Responsible for what they think. They are not responsible for not rising to the top.
Okay? So, when does communication become effective? When does a communication become effective? Huh? By response.
If I understand something means I may respond. I will give some
You will give the necessary or
information. Yes.
So, for instance, if I say, please go and get me a glass of water, only if you go and get a glass of water to me, my communication is effective. If she sits here, even after I'm saying that to her, it means she has not understood. Is my communication effective? That is what this slide says. I'm not responsible for what she understands, but I'm responsible for what I'm saying. With that, can I be successful? With that, can my communication become effective? No. This is how we normally behave. We normally behave like this. I'll tell you 5 times, 6 times. After that, you don't understand, it's your problem. Correct? We don't make effort, maybe a little bit of extra effort to make the other person understand what I am saying so that my communication becomes effective and I'm able to get the desired results. Imagine for a moment if your class teachers, if your professors have this attitude. What happens to all of you? I'm here for you. I'm here for my job. I come here and put it on the board. I've expressed myself. It's up to you to take it or leave it. I've done my job, right? I've communicated. Right? So you have a very, very, very important role as doctors. Because many a times, the communication which you make with your patients may not understand. Because the terms you use, the language you speak with, and probably the level from which you speak with can be totally different. So it is for you to take that responsibility on you to make your patients feel comfortable with whatever you are communicating. They understand it fully, both the consequences and the implications, and then act in a way you want them to act. So if you tell your patient, take this medicines 3 times in a day, 5 days in a week, 5 days. They'll have to take it, and they will take it only if they understand you correctly. It's not that you just tell them once and then leave it with them and they forget it, they don't understand it. Maybe the fear of the patients also not to ask too much of questions to the doctor. The doctor may find maybe uncomfortable, they may get angry, they may shout. We have seen, right? Many people have that sort of a thought process. So it's very important. That is why for communication I'm using only one, this is the only slide. Your communication will only become effective when the other person understands your communication and acts in a way you wanted them to act. Right? Start practicing this. But in reality, we always try to act differently. We act it in this way only. But change it. If you want to be successful, you need to change this. You need to ensure that your message goes down well or correctly to the audience to whom it is intended for. Right? So, because we don't have much time, I'm just going through this faster. If there are any questions, you can stop me and ask right here. Okay? The next one. What is empathy? Very, very important skill for doctors. More often people must have heard, right? And now let us try to say what is empathy and why empathy is needed. What do you understand by the word empathy?
Okay, I'll tell you one example.
Tell what is your mind. Don't worry, nothing is wrong.
So I've been watching one series that's The Good Doctor. In that the doctor is not having proper empathy, like he's telling the risk factor to the patient and not thinking about what the mental depression he can go through. So a doctor should be empathized towards the patient and tell them that nothing will happen, you will be get okay, like
So you're trying to say the doctor should understand the patient's position and then express themselves. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts? What is empathy and why empathy is needed? Why do you need empathy as a doctor? Yeah.
To understand the other person.
To understand only, or is there something more than that? You can still understand without being empathetic.
No, if we
Come and say, tell me what is your problem.
if we feel what the other person is feeling, that will be proper understanding.
So now you're slightly going above the sense what you mean. So you mean to say the doctor should feel like the patient? So you're confusing between feeling and understanding, right? Both are linked. So both are linked. First you need to understand, then you need to have a feeling. That's what you're trying to say. Okay? Right. So when I say empathy, it is a very important skill for the simple reason. This is something which conveys a care and concern to whom you interact with or to whomsoever you interact with, be it your patient, be it your colleagues. Because once I have an empathy for you, it means I'm interested in your welfare. It means I'm interested in you getting better or in you becoming good. And when do I show empathy? When do I show empathy? Okay? Do I show empathy with somebody who has not done anything? So for instance, she is not done well in the exams. Let us take an example. Don't mind it saying, oh, okay, fine. Let us say she is not done well in the exams. And I come and tell her, hey, don't worry about it. Your next exam you will do well. Come on, let's go and have some fun. Okay? Forget it. Let's spend some time together and have, maybe go for a movie. Will she feel comfortable? She will feel comfortable, right? Because somebody else is saying, okay, we can take care. But what I have not understood is that, has she really put in effort in the first place before going for the exams? And then only she couldn't clear the exams? Or she has not even put effort, and I come and still say, fair enough, don't worry, you've done well, let's do it well next time. You must only empathize with somebody when you know pretty well they have done everything that they needed to do, still the result didn't go in their favor. Right? Still the results didn't go in their favor, then you need to empathize. You never empathize with somebody whom you know has not done what they are supposed to do. If you're supposed to spend 3-4 hours a day reading and then preparing for the examinations, and if you've not done it and if you've failed, it is wrong on my part to come and say, don't worry about it. That is not empathy. That is sympathy. And the more sympathy you show to somebody, the more you will kill the person. Honestly. Never show sympathy when they don't deserve, and show empathy wherever they deserve. Okay? This is very, very important, you need to understand. To put it simply, it's an emotional feeling in you or an expression that makes the other person feel better. When I say they feel better because they know that there is somebody who is taking interest in me. They know that there is somebody who can really help me out in my need. Okay, that is empathy. The next one. Leadership. As I said, you are in business. So as a businessman or a businesswoman, you need to have your leadership skills. So what are the leadership skills generally that are associated with leaders? Let me go behind a little bit. Yes. What are the leadership skills? So many. You can name 3.
To manage the things, to
Very,
make
very general.
decisions.
Decision making is one skill, yes.
So to come out with a skillful, to get the skillful output from your employees or manage your
What do you call it as? In one word.
leadership.
Okay? Huh?
Leadership kind of qualities.
I'm saying leadership is something which encompasses so many skills. In which whatever you say is one of the skills that is also required. So instead of saying it in so many words, can you say it in one word? Like as you said, decision making, right? You said, you need to take decisions, to do all those business. In one word, you call it as decision making. Likewise, whatever you are saying, to get the best out of people. As a leader, you are supposed to get the best out of the people. Work better, to contribute to you or to the office. Okay? Right, fine. Anything else from your side?
A leader should coordinate with their
Coordinated effort. Yes.
coordination.
Keep it closer so that everybody can. Keep the mic closer. You're all going to be leaders in the future, right? Don't tell me I'm wrong. Yes or no? Yes. So you should know what skill you require, right?
Sir, leadership is a multifactorial aspect to understand. A leader should understand
I'm not
the
asking
person.
summary or this thing, explanation. Tell me one word, any one skill you feel is important for you as a leader.
Understanding and effectiveness.
Understanding and effectiveness of what? Of management. Again, management is such a... What is management?
Channelizing into the correct path is a management. It's like channelizing energy, people's effectiveness and their chances into the proper way of the wholesome benefit of everything and to fulfill the desires what we started for is the skill of leader, I think.
So you've talked about management a little bit and you're also connecting it to the leadership, right? Okay, there's still a lot more to talk about it. How many of you feel that you are responsible for being here today at this moment? Not many people. Who is responsible if you are not responsible, ma'am?
Not only me, my parents also responsible for me. I'm here just because of my parents. If I only clear the exam, they will not able to pay my fee, or they will not support me how I will get my degree or how I will be here. And of course my teachers, my faculties, there are many people behind my success or behind I'm here.
Good. Career in politics is waiting you. Somebody wanted to say something there?
According to me, I am responsible for my presence here because if I could have read more, I would have been somewhere else. Or if I would have read less, I would have been somewhere else. So I think I am whole responsible.
Lovely. That's a beautiful answer. See, the first step in leadership starts with you taking responsibility for yourself. You are responsible for your own self and you are here today because of the decisions you take. Whatever you are in life, wherever you are in life, it is all because of the decisions you took. The first sign of a leadership is you own up for yourself. I always seen people saying that, as she was saying rightly sometime, my parents wanted me to do this course, sir, I'm not interested. They thought, okay, if I become an engineer, I can go to US, I can settle down, make money, come and take care of them. I don't even get a job for 10,000 rupees after finishing engineering. What happens? When you know that you are here not because you wanted to be here and somebody else wanted you to be here, you are never going to apply your mind. You are never going to apply yourself on whatever you are doing. And when you are doing something without applying yourself, you are never going to get the results that you wanted, or maybe even you deserve it. Okay? So it's very important when I say leadership, it first starts with you. If you start taking responsibility for who you are, wherever you are, and nobody else is responsible, if you start believing in that and then working on that, that is the day you become a leader and then start working as a leader. So in order to simply define, I will say serve while being served. Right? So what does it mean? Serve for yourself. Do things which are good for you. Do things which are needed for you to grow. Do things which are required for you to achieve your dreams. Put in that extra efforts. Put in that extra energy so that you are able to go in the right direction. So you need to first serve yourself while you are being served. You are always being served by your parents, your teachers, your friends, your society. They continue to serve you, right? They are doing their job. Am I doing my job? Am I doing my job in the first place? I'm not doing my job, but others are doing their job for me. Imagine if I am also doing my job, others are also doing the job for me. What sort of a wonderful situation it could be for me. Where can I be? I can achieve all my dreams. I can make all my wishes come true. I can keep achieving more and more. So you will now realize if you're not achieving what you want, who is responsible? Not those who serve you, it is you who don't serve yourself. So you need to keep serving yourself first with challenges, with opportunities, with new skills. Start doing that, then the others can add value to you. But if I don't do it in the first place, how much of others' inputs can come to you? It's not going to make any difference because I'm not ready to receive all those additional support which I gave from others. So be a leader, start taking responsibility for yourself right from now if you're not done it till now, and then start owning up. I am responsible for whatever I am here today, for whatever I wish to achieve. It's only I am going to be responsible. To the point which you said, whether your parents can afford further higher education studies, you can face the thing whenever it comes to. Right? But till date, till now, whatever you are here for a particular purpose, you are going to be responsible for it. Your parents have served you. Have you serving you? There is already a intimation that has come to me saying that you are all very tired and then we need to close earlier. Is it true? But I don't see you looking tired. All of you seem to be looking very energetic, right? We can go on for another 1 hour, right? Yes, Dr. Bharat, they're all ready for another 1 hour. Yeah, next one, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, this is very important again. You call it as attitude, you call it as approach. What type of approach you got for your own business, your own job, your own activity determines as to where you want to go or where you can go. What is it? Do you want to treat? As a doctor, do you want to only treat? There are certain doctors who are very clear saying that somebody comes to me, I treat them, I send them back home, and then they feel comfortable, there ends my matter, there ends my relationship, nothing happens after that. So as a doctor, when you say that I want to treat, this talks about a good doctor. A doctor who is so thorough in the subject, who is with so much of domain knowledge and strength that they are able to treat any sort of an ailment that comes to them. Nothing wrong with that. How do they become successful? And if you want to become a successful doctor, what do you need to know? The next one. Cure. How many of you would want to work to the cure? Because the moment you want to move from treat to cure, all those personal skills start coming in. How do I understand the patient? What sort of communication I have? Do I have empathy with the patients? Right? So that's what I'm saying. If you want to be successful, all those personal skills come in here. I've been in the pharmaceutical field for 40 years. Okay? Selling in medicines day in and day out. And I know what we do. Or what my drug used to do. Okay? So the rest I leave it to your imagination. Okay? So, when I say you have an opportunity to work either for treating, you have an opportunity to work either for curing, but the only thing which Ayurveda alone can do it is the last one. Heal. If you want to really work to heal somebody, that takes enormous skills in you, enormous willpower, enormous commitment from you towards the patient. Now, we saw the case of Dr. Bala when he was saying, for 8 years he suffered from gastritis. What were all the allopathic doctors doing? They were treating, right? They were only treating him, that's all. When did he find some cure? And maybe he's on the path towards healing now is when he moved to Ayurveda. So you as an Ayurvedic doctor has an enormous opportunity in this area when you look at healing people rather than merely treating them or curing them. And for that healing, you need all the skills which I am talking about. Right? So it's important that you need to really work on some of these skills. Yeah, next one. And just for healing, I'll just give you one more point I wanted to say that. What do you understand by healing? The healing means you try to create a situation for the patient. Not only that the disease never occurs, not only the symptom vanishes, that they don't go toward that side again or to a similar problem again. Now let us say, for instance, you are a doctor, right? I'm a smoker. You want me to quit smoking. How will you tell me?
Tell the consequences about it. Tell you about the consequences of smoking.
Tell me about the consequences, okay?
I'll tell you if you same thing consequence.
No, not allowed. You'll have to say something different.
The cons of smoking.
Consequences, again the same word. Okay. See, the point is, the more you tell about the consequences to me, the less likely I am to give up. Healing happens when you tell me the benefits of giving up and how I can live a normal life without even smoking. You'll have to showcase that. You'll have to make me believe that there is a life which is as good as a smoking life without smoking. That's when healing happens. When you show that life to me, that life is better for you without smoking, there are so many things you can do, I start believing. I start visualizing what you're saying. I start experiencing. Then I change myself. The more you tell about the consequences, the less I'm likely to change. How many times you have seen chain smokers, when they are in the hospital for 10 days, they don't smoke. Correct? When they're in hospital, nobody smokes, right? What happens when they come out? The doctors have told them in the hospital, right? Don't smoke, don't do this thing, don't do blah, 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 all those things. When they come out, they again start, right? So when you talk about healing, you need to talk about the positive benefits and also show them how life can be much good or better than what they are currently enjoying by giving up those practices. Yeah. Next one, please. Ethical. Yeah, that's it. Create faith. Very important. You need to create faith in the minds of your patient. Today, how many of them really come to a doctor with faith? Most people go to a doctor out of fear, right? Something is problem. Some nagging pain here, some pain in the chest. Let me go to the doctor. I do not know what is there. I do not know what the doctor is going to say. I do not know what test he is going to prescribe. We go out of fear, right? When I go out of fear, normally I don't express myself fully. You also don't ask that many questions to understand me fully because you are interested in treating or curing. You are not interested in healing. Right? You are interested in treating first. So out of fear I come to you. And you got to have a big role to play in terms of converting that fear into faith by your approach, by your ethical approach. When I know that when I go to you, you are going to give me the right solutions with the right intentions, I will always have faith in you. And once I have faith in you, once I have faith in the medicines you prescribe me, and once I take those medicines with faith, my healing process is much faster, much better, and it also happens really. The more I take medicines out of fear, maybe it takes a longer time, or sometimes it doesn't even get cured. Right? So you have a role to play. Create faith in people. Make people come to you out of faith, not out of fear. I should feel that when I go to her, she is going to give me the best of solutions. She is going to take care of me very well. She is going to give me a life which is not going to be complicated. Right? So that is important. Next one. Yeah, one. Have patience. Humility is a very, very important characteristic of all doctors. Unfortunately, we see very less of it. Agreed? You see very less of doctors with a high level of humility. Have patience with patients. Why? Why I say you need to have patience with the patients? Because your patients are not in the same wavelength as you are. You are at a much higher wavelength. Your patients are at a lower wavelength. Obviously, they are not going to be, very clear in expressing themselves. They will be struggling to come up to your levels. So we need to patience. We need to have the patience. And how do we handle them? Educate to elevate. Don't try to pull them up from here. Come down. Carry them along with you. If I try to stand on top of the stage and say, come up, I try to pull you. It is difficult for me and it is also difficult for you because when I pull your hand, it's going to pain you. Right? When I say, instead of that, if I say, come sir, let's go together. And then I start walking to them. Both of us start walking together and then climb the stairs and go there. It's a much easier solution for both of us, right? So as doctors, practice that humility. Understand that your patients are not at the same wavelength as you are. They are one level lower than what you are, 100%. It is true for all your patients, irrespective of their wealthy stature. Okay, whether they are rich, poor, they're always medical knowledge-wise, they are going to be much lower than what you are. So we need to have a responsibility to pull them up. Yeah, next one. This concept of family doctor used to exist about some 2-3 decades back. I don't know how many of you still have family doctors in your family. Maybe a few. Maybe some of our own people may recollect that we used to have family doctors. Fantastic concept. Social binding. Now, a situation wherein, a doctor becomes actually the anchor for the family. You can see a doctor being invited to all the family functions, being part of family good tidings. They, in the family functions, people find it very, very proud to say, hey, he's a family doctor. They will introduce you to another 10 people. Scope for you to grow your business. Okay? So the concept of family doctor will also happen when you have all your empathy, when you have a good communication, when you have understanding. Try to develop that. Try to become a family doctor to somebody by showing concern, care, and then give them the opportunity. Yeah, next one. Yes. How many of you think wellness is a competition for you or is an opportunity for you? Is wellness an opportunity or a threat for you, for your business? Because Dr. Bala was speaking so much about wellness, right? If all of us become well, what will you do? What happens to your business? So that is one way of looking at it. If you can make all of us feeling well or feel well, your business grows. So it's in your hands. Whether you consider it as an opportunity or threat, it's in your hands. How well you would like to position yourself? How will you look into it? Okay. Finally, I would like to end up with one real story. Okay, it happened. I guess it happened somewhere in Orissa. One day, a very wealthy businessman, his son met with a motorbike accident and had a very serious head injury. He was admitted to a hospital and put into the ICU. The doctors were examining, the duty doctors. They found no hope. And then they told this wealthy businessman, "Sir, it is difficult. Parameters are not working. We don't think it could last long. We are still trying." This man, as usual, a wealthy businessman, saying that, "I will give you whatever you want. Any money, don't worry. Please, I want him to get cured." So the duty doctors are also wondering what to do. They know that there is only one doctor probably who can have a shot at it and try and save him. But they are too scared to call him up because it was an odd hour, right? And the doctor had probably not been available for some time. But still, one of them takes the courageous decision, calls the doctor, and then tells the doctor, "Doctor, this is the situation. Can you come and help out?" The doctor says, "I'll come, I'll call you in 10 minutes. And then he calls in 10 minutes and then tells the duty doctor, "Please prepare for the surgery, I'm coming." And in 30 minutes, he lands up in the hospital. By the time the surgery preparations were all in place, the doctor, rushing, enters into the operation theater, conducts the surgery for about 3 hours. And after 3 hours of successful surgery, he rushes out. The wealthy businessman was in front of him and asking, "Sir, doctor, how are things?" "Your son is fine, everything." And then he rushed away. This man is furious. The businessman is furious. What sort of a doctor is he? Doesn't even have the courtesy, doesn't even have the patience to talk to me as a parent, as a worrying parent, to tell me what has happened. He starts giving abuses. The duty doctors couldn't take any more. Then they had to cut that businessman and say only one thing: "Sir, can you please stop? Do you know how this doctor had come? I don't care how he came through, but he came, should have had the courtesy to speak to us." The duty doctor tells to the businessman, "Sir, he has come stopping the final rights of his son. He was doing the final rites for his son. When we called him, when we told him this is the situation, he stopped it and he has come here. Now he is rushing back to complete the final rites of his son." Now, whether such a doctor is a good doctor or a successful doctor, I leave it to your thoughts, I leave it in your hands. Wish you all the very best. May God bless you all to be successful doctors. Thank you so much.